Okay, this is Fabiano Caruana against Boris Gelfand. And I asked Karen who she's rooting for, and she said, who's older? Now, I don't want to brag because I never do, right? Back me up. Okay. See? But in slow chess, I'm 2-0 against these guys. Not only am I 2-0, I've shown the Gelfand game ad infinitum times. I never show the Fabi game because I don't remember it. It's hard for me to find. But I beat the bejesus out of Fabiano. Now, he was 2,200, but I beat him like he was 200. Yeah. Yeah, he's never been beat that bad by anybody ever. I beat him so badly, Fabi, that after I beat him, he moved out of the country. He lived in the U.S. when I beat him, and 3 weeks later, he did not. He's like, I got to get out of this country. Man, this country sucks. Okay, yeah, he was like 11 or 12. Okay. So this position obviously is good for black for two reasons. Well, three reasons. He's got the two bishops, what else? He obviously sacrificed the exchange. And three connected passed pawns, what else? So now, Fabi has to take the draw that is at hand, which he started to do until he didn't. And that is to keep checking his opponent. So he checked him once, he checked him twice, and then Fabi, always repeat, instead of playing for the draw, he played bishop e4 check, which does draw. So Fabi can draw, and he's like, I want to win. And he played this, which does draw. Okay, check here. Okay, now it's funny, you sort of have some, Lake always says momentum, which isn't really a chess word, but he always says it. He says he loses the momentum. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is like not momentum, but this is inertia. And that's why, even though this isn't true, but it's Futurama, so what do you want? This is why when they shot Bender out of the cannon, and they were going as fast as they could, and he was going faster, they could never possibly catch him. That's the God Particle episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What they say is he's drifting. He's drifting.
Yeah. Okay, Bender physics, that's right. Okay.
That's what they say.
Okay, what? All right, now, instead of playing the normal move, right?
Yeah.
Queen takes c4, it's a bishop, right? And then black has the obvious perpetual. Queen check, and we check forever. You can't play king g1 because your rook's hanging with check. You can't take the rook because queen takes f7. Yeah, okay, scary. So you just check, and then, it's a draw. And then we check, this is a draw, obviously, frankly. And if white wants to win, quote unquote win, then he gets checkmated. This is a very nice checkmate, by the way. See how it's check? Mm-hmm. And irrespective and irregardless in 2021, if you take this with the queen or the rook, queen g1 is mate because the escape square is no longer. It's a good mate, right? Mm-hmm. Opposite colored bishops, what else? Also, there's other perpetuals for black. So the game would have ended in a draw if Fabi had played queen takes c4. And if Fabi was playing Magnus or somebody like that, I think he would have played queen takes c4. But he's like, I'm playing old man Gelfand here, and his recollection was, I beat Gelfand. So if Fabi's like, Ben beat Gelfand, I better beat him too. Okay? And so he played queen h3. This is the inertia move. Queen h3, okay. Queen c8, queen h3, right?
Mm-hmm. I know about it.
And now after king g7, he can resign.
Yeah. No, Ben does not hit the bone cloud. His shirt does kind of look like it.
Yeah, I don't play king e2 very often. Okay, so now white can't do anything. I'm very confused. Now I have an opinion which doesn't make any sense, but it's my opinion. My opinion is Fabi didn't see this was legal. And if he did, he would have played it, and the game would end in a draw because Fabi's good enough to know that white is dead lost here.
Okay.
Black has 3 passed pawns. The king is open. This pawn's hanging. White has no checks ever. White can't do anything. And I have a passed pawn in the 6th rank. And the engine says like plus 10 for black.
So you think he just didn't see it?
I don't know. I mean, queen h3, it's crazy what he did. He could have kept checking with his queen, or he could have taken the bishop and he played queen h3, king g7. Now he can resign. And what happens is, whenever I tell everybody the old players were good, Fischer, Spassky, Botvinnik, Tal, etc., mainly etc., you guys are like, no. The players now are much better. All right. Okay, so the game's dead lost now. So you got beat, getting beat. And when the final position, god damn. Okay, notice how the queen's defending the rook. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. And then he attacked the queen. So if you take my bishop, I take your rook with check. So he defended his rook. And he centralized. Good. Now if you play queen takes bishop, then queen here mate with advantage. Yeah, remember, always sack the exchange. He keeps giving his bishop away because he can play mate. Now the queen has to stay on h2, otherwise it's mate. And Gelfand's taking all the squares away. Yeah. Now, when Gelfand prepared for this tournament, he wanted to take all the squares away, but since it was COVID times, right, he hired Berlin as his coach, the music group. And they couldn't help him take all the squares away, but since there's COVID, what did they help him do?
Take my breath away?
Take my breath away. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Queen h5, bishop g6. Man, the queen has to stop that. Man, Gelfand's mean. Yeah. Now what he should have done, and then we would have thrown gold coins. You ready? Mm-hmm. What he should have done is played here. God damn! You can't take it because of mate, but that's what he should have done. Yeah. That'd have been great. But he played here because, he's not in a hurry. See how much fun he's having? Notice this is the threat, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you take this, giving the exchange back, then queen h2 mate. So Fabi resigned. So basically, Fabi got beat like a little bitch. Okay? And for more little bitch references of Fabi getting beat, see the game Korchnoi beat him when Korchnoi was like 77 years old. Korchnoi was black in a Rui Lopez. It was either in Isle of Man or Gibraltar. Those are the same tournaments to me. And Korchnoi won with black in like 25 moves. Okay, so remember, players now are better than players from a long time ago, except for one thing. Gelfand and Korchnoi took him to school. Now, I know you guys are like, Magnus this, and Jebediah that, and Ezekiel this, when you're talking about Magnus. And that Magnus played an old man, right? Sachko. Mm-hmm. And Sachko tore him limb from limb. Sachko destroyed Magnus today. And Sachko also was winning on time by 2 minutes in a 3-minute game. And he just destroyed him. He beat him like Magnus was nothing. And Sachko's 43. So, you guys are like Magnus. If Magnus loses to Fabi or Nepomniachtchi, okay. But like Sachko, come on. What you don't know is Sachko's wife is also a grandmaster. God damn. Tough family, right? And Sachko's Polish, and he crushed Magnus in Poland, right? So, his wife gave him an exemption tonight. He got women everywhere, right?
Right here?
Yeah, see? Yeah. To shreds, you say. That's right.
Who's the wife? I forgot who the wife.
Monica Sachko, also grandmaster.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, you beat Magnus. He didn't beat Magnus. He destroyed Magnus. It wasn't like Magnus hung a queen. Magnus just got outplayed and crushed. He was shaking his head, choking on his rage. And usually, if Magnus does lose and gets outplayed, there's like 3 or 4 players who could do it. But Sachko, what? You never even heard of him. In fact, by me saying Sachko, you still can't spell his name. Even and you still haven't heard of him. Yeah. Your husband and wife, both grandmasters. God damn. And so forth.
SOCKO.
Yeah. Do you see what Trying to Learn said? So you did see it.
I just now saw when you pointed it out.
Yeah, the Cramlings. I'm not sure they're the Cramlings because his name's not Cramling, but Pia Cramling, the Grandmaster, married Bellon, the Grandmaster from Spain.
Yeah.
And then their daughter's 2300 and so forth.
I know about it.
Yeah, that's good family, tough family.
Yeah.
Yeah, harsh. Yeah. Anyway, like as a final position, like this one, it just looks like black is a better player than white. It's not like Fabi lost on time or Fabi missed a check. Looks like Fabi just got beat bad. And Gelfand, as you all know, they don't know. In 2012, what did Gelfand do? He played a non for the World Championship. After 12 games, what was the score? 6-6. So Gelfand's no joke,
not too bad.
right? And as an aside, Gelfand lasted 25 moves against me, so that's pretty good. Technically a miniature, but don't tell him. Yeah,
Why is Alexander Kostyuk peaking?
that is interesting. Kostyuk has played 2 great tournaments in 2021, and she's not young anymore. I don't think she's 40, but maybe she is. Yeah. I've been calling her Crandall. That's a good one. Good Simpsons reference.
Karen's a GM in her hearts. Thank you, Jay Simmons.
Is that J.K. Simmons? No, J.K. Yeah. So I don't understand this game. I mean, if I saw Fabi, I'd ask him. Like in this position, when he played Bishop E4, did he see this? And if the answer is no, then why didn't he just keep checking? Why did he lose on purpose? See, the thing is, Karen, after queen here, we can't escape with our king because, but after G6, now we escape with our king, and that's it. And white has nothing. So now, obviously, if somebody's a class player, that's just standard procedure, right? White just plays bad and loses. But that's Fabi. Fabi's not supposed to play like that. Not supposed to. Supposed to play better than that. So most of the blunders that we saw today, and by most I mean about half, those wouldn't be blunders for you. That would just be the way you normally play. But when Artsemeyev played knight e2 check against Alexienko, what? How did he hang his queen on d? What's going on here? So rook c8 is an absurd move by Abdusattorov, and queen d4 is an absurd move by Alexienko. With names like that are very hard to spell and pronounce, why are you making blunders? And the answer is it's 3-minute chess with 2-second increment. And one thing that's difficult for the players, which you guys will never face in your lifetimes, is when you play a game, let's say you go to a tournament, you play a 1300, okay, and then the game's over. Who's your next opponent? A 1300. Right? And if you lose and you keep losing, I said if, then you play like an 1100. In this tournament, you lose to Carlsen and then you play Nakamura, which happened to a guy. A guy lost to Carlsen, then he played Nakamura next round. This tournament, if you're doing badly, all your opponents are good. If you have like 3 out of 6 and somebody else has 6 out of 6, you're playing the same strength player.
Yeah, it still feels that way to me.
Yeah.
Though.
And here's what's funny about
You're
that.
bad, it still feels hard.
The last, I don't know, year? I'm going to say year. It could be 2 years. It could be 6 months. I'll just say a year. You guys will correct me. You guys are typing Firouzja this and Ali Reza that and Ali Reza this and Firouzja that. That's all you ever type. You're just typing Firouzja and Ali Reza. That's all you do.
No, my last name's not Von Gogh.
Where's Ali Reza now? He played in the Rapid. How did he do? Nobody knows. He's playing in the Blitz. How's he doing? Nobody knows. The truth hurts.